Hello friends. In the beginning of our Python master class, I explained 5 fundamental concepts. The knowledge of these concepts is an essential prerequisite for every programming student, regardless of the language. Here, one point you have to understand. We often talk about communication skills. Communication skills means most of us think is having command over English or having a good English speaking skills. That is an half truth. Actually, if you are a career aspirant, you should develop your subject oriented communication skills or concept oriented communication skills. That is very essential. If you don't have command over subject, if you have good command over English even, there is no use. That point you have to understand. Here, in order to improve your subject oriented communication skills, I am giving you a generic and a simple technique. If you follow the spirit of that, gradually you can improve your subject oriented communication skills. That contributes a lot for achieving a rewarding career. Here you have to understand that mastering concepts, the blueprint for excellence. Actually, in this context, I would like to explain 5 very important points. The first one is concept acts like a blueprint for implementation. Actually, for any implementation, the corresponding blueprint should be required. If you want to construct a building, what is the essential prerequisite? You should get the blueprint. Strictly according to the blueprint, you can implement it or you can construct the building. In the same way, concept is the core. Without having perfect command over concept, you may not implement it properly. That point, always understand that concept acts like a blueprint for implementation. The second one is fluency. Actually, you should not throw words, you should develop a fluency. When fluency is possible, if you own a concept, you can improve the fluency. Here, what is owning concept? Owning concept, simple example I give you. I asked you what you did yesterday. Immediately, you can respond and you give A, B, C, D, E, F, like that, or what activities you performed yesterday, all that you explain without any reference. How it is possible? Means those activities are your own, those were registered in your brain, that to latest yesterday only. That's why without any missing, without any reference, you are able to fluently explain that. In the same manner, concepts also in the same manner. First you have to understand a concept thoroughly, thereafter own it. If you own it, just analogically, whatever you own, you can give it to others. If you are not owner, how can you give it to others? Here, owning concept, that point you have to understand that. For that purpose, I told you how to own a concept. I give you a technique at the end of this, and it is a generic technique. You can follow that. Thereafter, speaking demonstrates your knowledge. Actually, if you have ample knowledge but you cannot speak, it is like analogically tank full of water without tap. What is the use? So that's why if you speak well, that means if you have good communication skills, then people can easily understand. You get a recognition for your knowledge. That always you remember, communication skills are very core that you have to develop, that to subject oriented communication skills. And the fourth one is good speakers become good leaders. You find everywhere in political field who are the good leaders. Mean normally those are good speakers, and in religious field also, whoever are good speakers, those are recognized as good preachers. That's why if you want to become a leader in your domain, first and foremost essential capability is you must have communication skills, good communication skills, that too subject oriented communication skills. Next, the last one is, here if you have command over concept, mastery over concept, implementation will be easy. Implementation will be, you can implement things with clarity, ease and logical precision. That means you can implement projects or tasks with the proper logic. So these are the main advantages of having subject oriented communication skills. That's why in order to, you cannot ignore concept. Concept is the core. That's why the first concept I have taken, first session, I'm explaining 5 concepts to you, and now I explain a generic technique, a simple and generic technique to you. Here in this session, I am explaining only 5 concepts, 5 programming concepts. Here all 5 videos I am going to provide you. Then what to do? What is your course of action uh, to get command over that? Actually, after every watching every video or concept, then question yourself before moving to the next. Can I explain this concept to others? If your answer is yes, then you move to the next one. If your answer is no, until you get command, you watch the video once again, twice, thrice, and then your brain is tuned up for that. Then whenever you get confidence, this is self-appraisal, nobody will tell you, then you move to the next. The actually this you adopt for these 5 concepts, thereafter it will become a habit. Why I call it as a generic and simple? Generic means not only for programming. This technique is equally applicable for all the domains, whatever subject you study. You make it as a practice. By that, you can own the concept. You feel like that you have knowledge. Knowledge is power, and you can get, because of your speaking abilities or communication skills, you are easily recognized in your career domain. It is a very essential prerequisite.